Alright guys, anybody that's following the Central Park mower, show you a little bit of the stuff that we've been doing to it. I noticed one spot in the deck, which it isn't the mower's fault. Whoever the previous owner was definitely ran over something. You can see the dings in it. It caused a small crack, but that's an easy fix, so I ain't worried about that. Now what I did find that was kind of odd was the manufacturer, when they made it, for the bag right here, this is supposed to push in. So when it pushes in, you can see that plastic that's in there, it hits it. So to be able to attach the bag and be able to use it, this plastic has to come out, which it looks like it's only like one screw to get it out, but I think it's been made a little different. This is actually for to make it a complete loop. It's my best understanding is because it's also a mulcher. So from what I can gather, it has the plastic on it for when you're using it as a mulcher. If you're using it as a regular mower, you have to lean it up, take this plastic out, and then this hooks in, bag hooks in here, this pushes down, and so on, and so you can use it as a bagger. The inside of the deck I haven't had a chance to clean yet. It's kind of obvious to tell. The chain for the self-propelled is still in pretty good shape. The belt that's in it's in good shape. Everything just needs cleaned a little bit. I haven't got a chance to take the adjusters for the wheels, take them off yet, but I did get started on the deck, getting some of the old surface rust off. But this deck is pretty solid, so a lot of it's coming right off. I'll sand it down a little bit. It looks like there's another crack right here, but we'll take care of all those. Those are an easy fix. Just get them so they don't spread any farther. But I still got to get the adjusters off. All four of them are still on it, so I can get the rust that's behind them. Some of them aren't too bad, but a couple of them, like you can see here, I'll get that off, get all that cleaned up. The mount, or the part where the engine sits on, I guess it'd be the mount on the deck. You can see where it's kind of, a couple of them are kind of egg shaped because the motor just came loose at one point, but we'll take care of that. A lot of it's cleaning up real good. I'm trying to want to get it cleaned up and trying to be able to save the stickers the best I can. I'm surprised they're still on it, being from 1986. But we'll do what we can to save it. And it's still in good shape. The wheels, I didn't have any white paint. I think I'm going to get some and put them back to, because all I had was black. And hit them with a wire wheel real good, cleaned them up. So they're turning out alright. But I think I might just go ahead and get some white paint, since that's what they was originally. That's what they looked like before. Pretty grimy. That is, yeah, so that'd be the outside of the wheel for the back, which actually has a cap that sits on it. The caps were black and the wheel was white, so I think I might go ahead and get some white paint for the inside, where they got pretty dirty over time. But that wire wheel is cleaning them up pretty good. The tires are still in good shape, so ain't no sense in pitching them. I don't even know if you'd be able to replace these. They actually has a little gear set up. This is the other cab. It has a little gear that goes on the axle and all that, and the screws and the pins. So eBay or something maybe, I guess. But why go through that when they're still in good shape? Save a couple bucks. And that's pretty much it with the deck and the wheels. Motor we got cleaned up. It's over here on our hillbilly-fied little work stand, but in the vise. But we've got the carburetor cleaned out, everything cleaned up real good. Went ahead and tossed some fresh paint on it, and it still needs a little cleaning. But right here, the one video where I was trying to start it with a socket, the screen that goes around it, it's like it's supposed to have 4 of these little screws. It only had 2 in it, and it was in, I can't tell if you can tell how bad that is, but both of them, the holes were pretty much gone around the screws, so kind of glad it didn't start. I took that screen off. This the ring around the shaft here. This ring comes off, and then it's got, you know, teeth on it with little bearings, little ball bearings in there that when this part spins, it grabs them, you know, to engage, just, you know, turn the motor over. So I'm glad it didn't start. That it flew off, I probably would have never found them bearings. So that was lucky. I'm glad it didn't work out. But I still got to get the plug for it. But the top, did get something figured out on the top. Got same. We just went ahead and got some washers, and they wouldn't lay flat, so we took like this one here, not as much as this one, but just put it in the vise, ground the end off so it's set flat, and just, you know, put them on there and just put a little spot weld on them to hold them in place. This one I haven't done yet because on the tank, see, they just sit there just like that, but on the tank, the plastic tab for this one here is actually broke off the tank. So I haven't done that yet. I got to figure out something on the tank. And on the back side, it was had a hard time getting that welder in there. But same way, had to shave one of the washers to fit on this side, and just was able to lay one flat here. But we put them on there, and just same way, just spot weld them in place. Had everything bolted tight, so just went ahead and spot welded the nuts same way in place. So when it sets, you know, sets flat, tank goes on, we'll be able to run the bolts. So just runs right straight down through the tank into it and hold it solid, so we don't got to worry about it going nowhere. But other than that, that's pretty much it for now. We got the this is the plate that sits underneath the motor. So on the deck, let's see here, we should be able to figure out which way exactly it goes. Anyway, we should be able to take this plate and put back on here to be able to line the holes up to figure out the best way to figure, you know, to do these. I might do them the same way. We'll either get a small piece of pipe and put in there and weld it in place, you know, cut it to fit, weld it in place just to hold it solid, keep the bolts good and snug. But we'll figure something out. But this old mower still got a lot of life left in it, so we're going to do what we can. It ain't fully restoring it, just showing it a little love. Here's the model number. I don't know if you can see it, but it's 126362046, and manufacturing date is C266A. Actually, in one description, I read it off wrong in the one video. It's a MTD, but I accidentally said it was an MTW. But we're going to save it to one sticker here, so this sticker said it confirms to all the standards of 1984. But yeah, so we're going to try to keep her going for a few more years. I don't see why we can't. But we get this deck cleaned up a little bit more and toss some paint on it. I'll show you how she looks, and we'll get there's a couple of little welds there, you know, get that welded so it doesn't spread. This one, I think that might be another one there, and then the one on the other side. It's like somebody, I don't know what they ran over, but it was good enough to where it dinged the actual deck itself. But I don't know, it's coming along. Slow process. Like I was saying, it's not a full restore, but we're just going to show it some love and get it back to work. Thanks for checking it out, and if you guys got any comments or any ideas to help me along the way, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.